with the cabin in the woods.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No, the one with the cabin in the woods.
The Ring?
The one with the cabin in the woods.
Blair Witch Project.
Welcome back, everyone. And I do mean everyone. It's Forgotten Circus. So, guess what? Yet another reboot. The Blair Witch Project. Yep. It's true. It's facts. They're rebooting because there's no originality anymore in Hollywood, I guess. So they're going to reboot this. But I will give the Blair Witch Project big credit on this one. Well, these couple things that I'm about to state. At the time it came out, what was it, 1999? It's like 25 years ago it came out. It was original. It was something that people had never really seen, you know what I mean? It hit the world it took the world by storm because it was smart. It was genius how they did it. It was supposed to be found footage of these couple young people, shooting a documentary about myth and lore of the Blair Witch, which seemingly how they engineered the whole propaganda and the whole build up to it was these were real. That's how they were putting it out. Like, this really happened. These were the lost tapes of these couple of explorers filming the documentary. It was genius and they had the cast actually stay like no contact. We want to make this we want it to seem real. And we believed it. Like, I remember going on the computer at the library, kind of dating myself. Does anybody go to the library anymore? And looking it up and be like, wait, is this real? Because the way they introduced this whole Blair Witch experience, come on, if you were there at that time, you thought it was real too. And then you saw the movie, and the movie wasn't bad. It was interesting, even though to the build up, like, when the movie was coming out, then you found out, the people, it's a movie. It didn't really happen. You know what I mean? But it had you like, what? And then you watch the movie. The movie was not bad. It wasn't bad. It was interesting. And in that movie, they showed you nothing, but showed you everything. Which was, I don't know if that makes sense. It was kind of amazing how they did it. And the shaky camera and the infamous runny nose scene. There's certain things, and like, it became household names like Coffin Rock. People were going out to see where they filmed this at, to see, you know what I mean? And then you had the little cult people going out there to do this. So it took the world by storm. It really did. And then you had Blair Witch 2, when they tried to add CGI and they tried to put all the Hollywood touch to it, spice everything up, as they say. And it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I don't know if they made any more Blair Witch after the first one. That was kind of like a one and done for me. And that's why I don't understand this reboot, because it did have that lightning in the bottle at the time. I'll give it that. But can you do it now with that type of cinematography? It just seems like, look how far phones and cameras and camcorders have advanced. It's almost like when you're pulling out your iPhone or your Android and you're shooting like a family party, it almost looks like a darn movie anyway. So I don't know I don't even know why they're doing this, to be honest with you. I mean, it's one of those where you should just left it how it is. I don't think it deserves a reboot. Can you really get that? I don't know. Can you really get that feeling back that everybody had in the first one? Probably not. I don't see it. But they'll try. And then they're going through this thing where one of the original actors, because I guess they showed some footage or showed some promotion, and one of the original actors didn't appreciate that his face is actually in the promotion from some of the filming, and he's not getting paid for it. But just to let you know, You guys were actors in the movie. Okay. You actually helped push the movie, but you don't own it. You don't own the rights to it. I don't even think you own the name, The Blair Witch. Okay. So that's Hollywood. That's how it works. They're going to use it how they use it, and they're going to abuse it if they want to. So I understand that, and you know the thing about going back to that with the original actors, they all use their real names actually in the movie, which was pretty intriguing, you know. But I don't know if you could get that fire back. It's just one of those where, like, how do you reboot it? How do you? What do you do with it? What's the twist? Is there going to be multiple Blair Witches? Is there going to be like a cult in there? You kind of did that in Blair Witch 2. Oh, terrible movie. But I don't know why we need this. Why? Couldn't we come up with something more original? We've already had, I mean, we've had that. We've had your Conjurings. Now the Omen's coming out. It's just, if you're going to reboot this, it has to be, the only way you make it work is you just make it straight horror. Horror. And you may have to break out the old school filming from the phone or something like that. But it's going to be so clear. See, that was the good thing about the first Blair Witch. It was like VHS style recording. You know, it was grainy. I mean, there were cuts in between where you could see where they had to cut the camera off and then they came back, or they had to reset the movements because it's all from a kind of a POV perspective. I think we've seen enough of that. I don't think this is one thing that this movie is just one of those that if you reboot it, it's going to be totally different. It's going to be. That was a one time and one time only movie. And now you're going to reboot it. So what are you going to do? What are you going to surprise us with? It's a hard one, isn't it? But they're still going to do it. But I don't know. Do I agree with it? Probably not. Do I care about this movie? Definitely not. Will I go see it? I guess I kind of have because to see if they can actually catch the fire they had, but I doubt it. But I don't know. I just had to put that out there because I want to know what everybody. Come on, everybody remembers Blair Witch. It took the world by storm. It really did. For that little bit, for those couple months, wasn't that like the number one movie too? For those couple months, it was. I mean, a lot of people went out and saw it. I mean, you could say anything about Blair Witch and somebody knows about it because of that movie. I'll give it that. Created a lore and it paved the way for a lot of other horror thriller movies. It did. I'll give it that. But do we really need it? Nah, it's not really interested, but I'll go watch it. I'll watch anything. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. All it takes is one little click. I want everyone to subscribe, and I do mean everyone.